They're paying NASCAR's funding Daniel Suarez next season to keep him on. That's instant credibility.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Brad, and with me, as always, is John, and this is Race Car Spelled Backwards, episode 105. John, what's up, man?
What's up? It's good.
This is race week, Atlanta race week.
I know. I'm excited.
There was a time when I really didn't get excited anymore about Atlanta coming to town, but last couple of years,
it's been good.
Like, if they're going to keep putting on races at Atlanta that are exciting, I'm going to get excited about going.
Yep, and I am. I mean, if Atlanta's anything like it was this spring, gonna be a good race.
Phenomenal race. We've had some good races at Atlanta. I'm just going to go out on a limb, and I don't know. Me and you've already discussed kind of for the last couple of days who we think can win Atlanta, and we're pretty much in agreement.
Yeah.
On who we. I don't know if it's who I think's going to win or if it's who I want to win. That's the thing.
It's both.
But Kyle Busch is kind of where we're both at for Atlanta.
Yep. I mean, he came second by point something seconds.
I mean, he's finished second a lot this season, and the last 5 races have all been top 5 finishes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's on
three.
He's on a roll regardless.
It's like fourth, second. So
I would love to see Kyle bring it home in Atlanta again. We've seen Kyle win.
Yep.
On this track in Atlanta. So we know he can do it. I think I really, really, really want to see Kyle continue this winning streak.
Yeah.
I just feel like when the streak ends, Kyle Busch is going to retire.
And I don't want Kyle Busch to retire.
No, I don't feel like he's at the age Martin Truex is where he needs to retire.
Yeah.
And no offense to Truex either, because I think it happens to drivers that I don't understand why, because it's a different age for each driver, but it's like year over year.
Yeah.
I feel like with Kevin Harvick, we saw it. And Jimmy Johnson, we saw it.
Mm-hmm.
And Truex, we're seeing the same thing. So it's like what Dale Earnhardt, no, actually it was Rusty Wallace one time. We were at a hospitality thing, and Rusty was talking. And somebody said something about this young kid, up-and-coming kid, and Rusty goes, well, the difference between me and him is I know what it feels like to hit the wall at 180 miles an hour. He don't.
Yeah.
So I think that might be something. I don't know, the older I get, the less dumb things I do as well, because it hurts longer.
Right. The less racing you'd probably want to do.
Yeah, with the less wrecking.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I'd still race, but I don't know if I want to give up. I think I'd give up the wrecking part, which I think is probably Dale Jr., there's some wrecks that kind of ended his career.
Yeah.
Kurt Busch, same thing. So it's a dangerous sport. I think it's a young man's sport, I guess.
Yeah.
Not for us old guys. You go gray, you go out. You go run the Cars Tour 4 or 5 times a year.
Yep. Martin Truex, he's getting a little gray, so.
Well, Dale Jr. ran Cars Tour this weekend at Florence, finished top 10. Kevin Harvick ran as well. It's weird. They don't run the same division. So I thought I was going to see a Dale Jr. Kevin Harvick showdown, right? One of them runs the pros, one of them runs the supers. And I mean, it's cool because I watched both races this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, see Harvick and
Harvick did good, man. He rode the outside, which there's no wall on the outside of Florence. So he's in the corner kicking up dirt. The Cars Tour's so great, man. It's like
it really is. It's so good.
If you don't have flow racing, $75-$80 a year. That's what it costs for the whole season or the whole year. But
Not cheaper than watching NASCAR.
yeah, the Cars Tour is way worth it.
Yes.
Like, to me, watch just the Cars Tour itself on Flow Racing is worth the $80. But then you get sprint cars, you get midgets, you get late model stock dirt cars. I mean, you get so much more. You get flat track motorcycles. I mean, it's really worth the money if you're a race fan.
Yeah,
Like,
if you like racing.
well, for me, it's the more NASCAR goes from being a race to an event, the more I crave racing, like old school racing, like I grew up on. And then I get that, though. I get that every week from Flow Racing, whether it's the Cars Tour or dirt tracks, whatever it is, modified racing. I mean, that's all grassroots racing that I grew up with.
Right.
That's the style.
Yeah.
So if NASCAR can't give me what I want, I'll go somewhere else and get it.
Yep.
And then NASCAR's still NASCAR. I mean, I want to quit watching most every week.
And then they put on a good race.
Well, I mean, honestly, the last 2 weeks we had Daytona and then we had Darlington. I mean, heck, we're about to have Atlanta. So
I know. We're going on a good streak right here.
3 good race streak. I mean, we came off a 4 or 5 bad race streak.
Something like that.
The more I think about it, the more it doesn't bother me. I mean, we get 26 races a year. I think it was the teardown maybe was talking about you got 36 races a year, and they're talking about next year's schedule.
Yeah.
They're like, there's something in there for everybody. If you're a new fan, if you're an old school fan, they're like, if you're an old school fan, you got, North Wilkesboro, Darlington, Martinsville. If you're a Nuke fan, you got Chicago, you got Mexico City. It's just, there really is. I mean, we got Bowman Gray next year. I mean, there's casual fan. I don't like this car still, but I'm starting to come around to what NASCAR, the overall picture of NASCAR. It's not 30, 40 years ago, NASCAR was for one group of fans.
Yeah.
One segment of the population. Like,
all right.
Southeast corner and maybe a few other little small towns around the country.
Yeah.
But now they're trying to make it for everybody. And like I said, they don't have something I like every week. I go find somewhere that does, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So
it's kind of what we've been doing this year anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's working out. And the farther into the season, the more it works out. So I got to also mention this. If you're looking for a graphic designer, I've been out there. I've looked between the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean. And I tell you what, Designs by Sydney, she's the absolute best graphic designer I found. So make sure you check her out. She does custom stickers. She does these NASCAR Race Win Minimalist stickers, logos for your company, letterheads. I mean, anything you need, personal or professional, Designs by Sydney. She's got you covered. Make sure you check her out. And starting this month, CAR924. It's going to be our code. That's CAR924. And because it's Sydney's birthday month, you get 27% off your order if you use code CAR924. Each week, Sydney puts out a good race poll. This week, it was the Xfinity race and the Cup race. 90% of you voted yes, or not yes.
Yes.
90% of you voted for the Cup race this week. So,
yep.
I think I'm in agreement with that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
definitely.
Make sure you check that out each week after the race. Sydney puts that out. Also, the truck bracket started. The Cup bracket is now open. So, as soon as the Darlington race ended and the playoffs were set, she opened the bracket. So, make sure you fill out a bracket. I mean, if you got some buddies at work, got a cousin or two, y'all get together, you fill out a bracket, compete amongst yourselves. But she's got some really great prizes she'll be giving out with this. So make sure you check out her Cup Series bracket challenge. And the Xfinity Series, I think it's after Bristol is when their championship. So we'll have a bracket for that as well. So make sure you check all that out. Again, that's Designs by Sydney, best graphic designer between the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know any other?
No, I don't. So
there you go. It's the best.
Yeah, automatically.
Automatically win.
Hey, I love my Thanks Denny stickers. So
I can't complain about my stickers either. So, no, Sydney does good work. I know a lot of our listeners got some stickers. Brandon got his Alex Bowman stickers. Finally got that Alex Bowman win sticker. I mean, hey, he's good enough for a sticker. Why not, right?
Yep.
He's led 14 laps this season. Go get him, Bowman. Oh, Brandon's going to be mad about that one.
Yep.
All right, racing hot takes. You ready?
Let's do this. What do we got?
So we didn't have a lot of news from last week, but we do have old Richard Childress.
Oh, this is fun. This is going to be fun.
I mean, RCR is doing better on the track. You know, Kyle's running better. Austin Dillon's running, the top 36.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's doing Austin Dillon-esque type
He's
of
still
things.
racing.
Yeah, he's still out there doing his thing. Pop's money. But old Richard, poor man.
Richard's getting old.
He obviously is, because he's
there.
got old man syndrome where he just complains about everything. So they had, as we said on the show last week, they put in for their final appeal.
Yep.
The next day after we recorded the show, their appeal got denied. I think it took maybe 32 minutes for them to deny it. And Richard puts out a quote saying that this decision will change the face of NASCAR forever. It will never be the same again based on this decision.
I mean, since that race, NASCAR hasn't been the same.
No, it's ruined it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like can't watch no more.
I mean, look, I understand. I mean, really, if you think about it, since Dale Sr., since the Intimidator, what has Richard Childress really given us?
Right.
I mean, okay, Kevin Harvick had some wins.
Yeah. I mean,
Kevin Harvick ran good there. I mean, but Kevin Harvick dominated in the 4 car. It wasn't the 29. He'd rack off 1 or 2 wins a season in the 29. But when he got in that 4 car, that SHR with Rodney, he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
That's not RCR though. That's Stuart Ross. So other than Dale Sr., Richard's pretty much been on a dry spell since Dale died. That's been a long time ago.
Yeah, a couple decades.
So I think it's just time. Something needs to happen at RCR. Richard's getting all mad. No, your grandson went out there, drove into turn 4 with 0 shots of making that corner. If he didn't hit Joey Logano, he drives directly into the wall.
Yep.
Almost like he's not even trying to turn.
Yeah.
But because he hit Joey and it slowed him down, he was able to make the turn and then still had enough wheel in it to go even farther left to wreck Denny.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if he didn't wreck Denny Hamlin, this is okay.
Right.
I'm good with if you wreck a guy going into the turn and don't wreck yourself and you win it, so be it.
Right.
But when you wreck yourself, no, you failed.
And he wrecked himself enough to where he wasn't going to win that race till he wrecked Denny.
But Pop, it's just embarrassing. Like,
come on, Richard.
Somebody needs to grab these old dudes sometime and be like, we got pudding for you. We got ice cream inside. Come on, get out from in front of the microphone.
It's okay.
Look, this is what sucks about it. If Austin Dillon would have been in Denny Hamlin's position that night, and Ricky Stenhouse went in there and wrecked Joey Logano and then left hooked Austin Dillon, Richard Childress would be saying, hold my watch. He would be calling for NASCAR to suspend Ricky Stenhouse for life.
Yeah.
Take his hard card. But because it was his grandson that did it, it's like, what do y'all mean this was bad?
Right.
Perfect Austin Dillon does nothing wrong.
So we get it. It's Pop.
I understand Pop. That's your grandbaby and all, but he did wrong. Let it go.
I know.
Just gracefully walk. It's everything RCR does. It's like when Tyler Reddick left, Richard had to make a big deal about it. He couldn't just shake hands and part ways. He had to be the bigger butthead about it. When Kevin Harvick left, same story. Richard was just, it's not a good look for you, Richard. But, I mean, hey, what do I know? I'm just a NASCAR fan.
Yeah.
I'm not even some big media giant. Just me.
We're just telling you how it looks, Richard.
As a fan, it don't look good, man.
Looks a little embarrassing.
All right, so was Trackhouse getting ready to cut Daniel Suarez this year?
Oh, man, I remember
I told you this.
You did tell me about this.
So here's the theory. was talking to a buddy of mine, and he said, I got a conspiracy theory for you. He said, what if Trackhouse was getting ready to cut Daniel Suarez after this season? They had Zane Smith, signed him in a long-term deal. Obviously, they plan on staying with him. But what if they went to cut him and NASCAR said, wait a minute, we're trying to get a deal done with Mexico City. If you cut Daniel Suarez, our only Mexican driver, that's not going to look good for a Mexico City race. So we'll pay you 1 year to keep him on. They're paying, NASCAR's funding Daniel Suarez next season to keep him on. That's instant credibility.
Yeah.
They're going to go to Mexico City. I don't know if any of the other drivers speak Spanish, but Daniel Suarez does because that's where he's from.
Yep.
Mexico. Why NASCAR? That would be bad.
Yeah.
Going their first year in Mexico City.
And they're
Sorry, we fired him.
Yeah.
Our one Hispanic driver
Gone.
no longer with us. He is he's actually in the truck series now. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's Zane Smith lost his ride over this.
Yes.
But I when my buddy told me this, I was like, wow, he's actually onto something here.
Makes sense.
Because Daniel Suarez, what has he done? He lucked into an Atlanta win. You can't hang your hat on that for, keeping your ride year
Right.
after year. I mean, you either do or you don't.
And he's done a lot of don't.
That's what I'm getting at. So Daniel Suarez had all the lookings of going out after the season
I thought
ends.
he was going out.
Everybody did. And I really thought Zane Smith was going to hold on to that ride. And as he went out, SVG was coming up regardless.
Yeah.
That was a done deal. Daytona 500, I believe.
Yeah. We're getting SVG in here.
So, makes sense.
It does.
All right, Darlington. Was it a good race? The good race poll. I voted yes on the poll. I know what the answers are. You do not. So, what do you think?
I'm going with an outstanding 94%.
Yes or no?
Yes. 94 yes. Not 94 now. It was a great race. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
90% said yes.
Really?
Yep.
Same as Daytona.
Pretty much. I think Daytona was 91. But
I thought it was better than Daytona. I enjoyed it more than Daytona.
I don't know. I think it was pretty close. I mean, both of them earned a yes for me. I thought it was a good race. It started off pretty much exciting, like
Yeah.
what you would expect from a race. It started off exciting. Stage 2 kind of cooled off. It was just kind of follow the leader kind of thing in stage 2. Strategies were starting to kind of not play out, but you were like, you had made your bet at that point.
Yeah.
You were running either the Denny Kyle Busch strategy or the everybody else strategy.
Yep.
So you're watching strategies, and that made some shakeups here and there, but nothing overly excited. Stage 3, action picked back up.
Yep.
Which is
how NASCAR works.
Yeah, I mean, this is no different than how racing has been for 40, 50 years since we've been watching it on TV.
I mean, there's 4.5 hours in this race.
I mean,
you ain't having 4.5 hours of pure excitement.
I mean, Grandpa Doug used to watch every race and take a nap in the middle of it. I mean, I would go to his house every Sunday. This is my father-in-law. I go to his house every Sunday, and we'd watch NASCAR together, and he would take a nap mid-race.
Yep.
I mean, it's what you did. And then this is the years that we're calling the glory years. We're saying this was the best years of NASCAR. And he took a nap mid-race. I know plenty of people who take a mid-race nap. I got no problem with it. I don't personally take a mid-race nap.
Just go do something else.
Exactly. I mean, there's other things that I have to do on a Sunday. I just do them mid-race. There's nothing's going on. You can't win a race at the halfway point, but you sure can lose it.
Yep.
So I have no problem with how Darlington played out. I know a lot of people were complaining, but
see, I think Darlington. The reason I think Darlington was a better race than Daytona is because at Daytona we lucked into a good Daytona race.
That's true.
And it's still next gen Daytona. You can't pass, and someone's gonna wreck you, and you just gotta hope it. You're not getting up front to try and avoid it. You just gotta hope they're not next to you or you're not in front of the wreck. So In Darlington, you can pass. You can, there's some strategy. There's more than just one cookie cutter. Here's where you are. You stay there and just hope you make it through.
Yeah, I agree. I think Darlington. I think it was a great race. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's no different than what we've seen for 50 years in NASCAR.
Yeah.
I guess 75, 76, whatever. It ain't been on TV that long. So that's basically, just based off TV races. NBC did an okay job. Lee Diffie killed it again.
Yep.
The broadcast, there was some camera angles and some stupid trickery they were trying there that just didn't do it for me.
The Chris Buescher.
Yeah, he didn't like the Chris Buescher
right rear
whatever it was
cam
on the spoiler or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I thought the Chris Buescher angle looked really cool in practice.
Yeah, but I didn't watch practice. I watched the race.
I know, but I watched practice, and I'm like, this is a cool view. You can see the wall goes back out, but then you throw 38 other cars on the track with Buescher, and it's like, okay, it doesn't really look that cool anymore. Now it just looks like the camera's shoved up against the wall, and you can't really see anything.
Yeah, look, Alyssa doesn't watch races, and I was watching the race, and she saw that camera angle, and she goes, well, that's stupid. You can't see any racing. I said, exactly.
That's NASCAR's goal. The less racing you can see, the less you can complain about it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she goes, you can't see any of the race. I said, that tends to happen.
Yeah, they don't want you to see it because if you see it, you're just going to complain about it.
Yeah.
No, I was thoroughly surprised at Darlington. I don't know why. Like I said, there's a core group of fans online who are mad about Darlington. They're like, we don't like this. It was boring in the middle. It's an overall race for us. Look, not a lot's going to happen in the middle.
Right.
You got comers and goers. You got guys fighting. You can't really pass in this next-gen car.
Yeah.
But here's my point to all those guys. This is what I'd say to them, because some of them might watch this show. Stop caring. It don't matter.
And just watch the race.
Exactly. Because here's the thing. You're wasting all this energy caring. NASCAR's not what it used to be.
Well, no,
it's not.
It ain't. Great observation.
NASCAR is a corporation. The last thing corporations care about are the people. It's all about the money.
Yep.
NASCAR wants to make the money. That's it. They're glad we enjoy the racing or don't enjoy it. Nothing has changed in 20-something years as a fan. Nothing has changed because of another fan's opinion. Fans want more excitement. I say this. Things did change. But when the playoffs started, the playoffs were done to make the networks happy.
Yeah.
Because TV ratings started off great at the beginning of the season with Fox, and then whoever was next got it, and TV ratings always dropped off by the end of the season. You added the playoffs, that really gave a boost to the last 10 races of the season.
Yeah.
Once NASCAR started making rules and changing to make the broadcast companies happy, the fan experience went away.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $3 billion to be a NASCAR fan.
Yeah, right.
So my opinion matters a lot less than the broadcast company's opinion. And that's fine. That's how they make their money.
That's
But I understand that, right?
Right. So now it's just, watch the race.
Take it for what it is.
Just enjoy the race.
If you don't like it,
enjoy watching NASCAR.
Yeah, for what it is. It's not the same thing it used to be, and that's okay. Things change.
Yep.
I'm not the same person I used to be either.
Right.
Things change. For the better or worse.
Any sport isn't the same as it used to be. Football, baseball.
Yeah, look at this new kickoff rule.
Yeah,
weird.
It is weird.
It is goofy looking.
Yeah.
It's waltz on down there. It is weird. There's no running the ball back. But okay, you got punt returns still.
Yeah. All sports change over time. So
just get over it. Stop caring about something that doesn't care about you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. It ain't worth it. So Chase Briscoe takes it 3 wide on a restart and gets a walk-off win, locking himself into the playoffs. And it wasn't like he lucked into this win either.
He earned.
He ran up top all night long.
Yep. Him Larson and Denny.
all night. Bell stayed up there quite a bit.
He did.
Bubba was up there for a
little while.
Stage 1 and 2 and a half.
Yeah.
Half of 2. But no, I mean, Briscoe did not luck into this win.
No, absolutely not.
He
earned that 100%.
I loved it. Harrison Burton was a cool victory, but I wasn't expecting it, and it took me a minute to digest.
Yeah.
But he's a cool kid. I liked him as a person. I liked listening to his interviews, so I was happy with the win. Chase Briscoe, I was happy with the win right away. Like, I thought Kyle was going to do it, but when Chase did it, I'm like, this is cool. He gets out of the car, kneels down and prays before he says anything. Completely respect that.
Mm-hmm.
To see his wife there, about to have baby number 2.
Yeah.
And his little boy in his arms. I mean, it hit me. Like, it really, I got a little choked up because I remember 2020 during the COVID years.
Yep.
Chase Briscoe goes out in the Xfinity race. I think that morning he had just found out his wife had a miscarriage. He goes out, wins the race, gets out victory lane crying by himself. No fans in the stand. It was such an emotional victory. Not just for him, but I mean for the fans at home watching it. It was emotional. You know, I know me personally, I got choked up during it. So here we are 4 years later. It's a Cup Series win. He's got his little boy in his arm and baby number 2 on the way.
Yeah.
Like, that's just,
I mean,
God is amazing.
What
and
a
that's
story.
Just, yeah, I mean, you could just see his love for God, and you could just see how God's worked in his life the last 4 years, where he's went from where he was at to he is now. I mean, it's Xfinity Cup Series win. I mean, it's very cool. Probably one of my favorite wins of the season.
Yeah. I mean, yes. And, I mean, that move to take the lead was crazy.
Oh, he's like, I ain't got time to wait on you guys.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all want to play around with Chastain? Play around with Chastain.
I'm going around.
I mean, he drove it in turn 3 and never looked back.
Yeah.
You can go 3 wide in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But you can't go 3 wide in 1 and 2.
Right.
No, I mean, you know, I heard him say, like, SHR is not getting information or data from Ford anymore.
Really?
Like, Ford has cut them off.
Oh, wow.
They don't want their driver. I guess they don't want the drivers sharing information with the new teams they're going to. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know how all that stuff works. But I heard somebody from SHR said they get the racetrack, their laptops don't work. They don't have access.
Oh, wow.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's Ford and Chevy. I mean, it's crazy in that camp.
Yeah.
Them guys do what they got to do to win, right?
Right. But very cool win.
Very cool win.
And, I mean, I don't know if you got it in the notes, but I thought Busch was going to get him.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
When Busch passed Larson, I was like, it's on.
Well, that last 17 laps, like, Kyle come out with, 6-lap fresher tires or something like that. And he didn't even wait.
No.
Green flag, he's just, let me go to the bottom.
Yeah.
And he was going 17 wide. I mean, it was just insane, the moves he was making. And he was making them.
Yeah, right.
It's just crazy how much faster tires are.
I know.
Like, they had 3-lap faster tires earlier in the race.
And it made
crazy.
A difference.
So, no, the Kyle Busch put on a heck of a show.
Yeah.
I think he went from 5th or 6th to 2nd in like 3 laps.
Yeah.
And which he had to.
Yeah.
Because Briscoe's running away.
Yeah, Briscoe's out. Briscoe's trying to win this race. He's trying to put that gap.
The last 2 laps, I thought Kyle had him.
I did too, man.
I think Kyle gave it everything that poor little RCR car could give.
Yeah. I mean,
he drove that car way beyond its means.
I said it, but I think you gave him one more lap.
One more lap would have either put him close enough to wreck him.
Yes.
He's going to bump him. How do you
absolutely. I mean, I thought going into turn 3, he was going to give him a little push.
I mean, I thought it was a possibility, but after everything that's went on with Austin Dillon, I mean, Kyle's Kyle.
Right.
He don't have Pop's protection like Austin does.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, even still, I was like, man, after the season he's had, this is his last chance to get in the playoffs. I mean, I thought he was going to give him a little nudge.
I would have been happy with either one winning too. Like whether it was Kyle or Chase Briscoe, I would have been happy with either one winning.
Yeah,
I was good either way. But I was pacing. I was sitting there rocking on the bed. I'd stand up a little bit, sit back down. I mean, your mama finally, she's like, "Who are you even pulling for?" I'm like,
I don't know.
Kind of pulling for Kyle Busch right here. I mean,
Yeah,
19 straight years with a victory. Let's keep this rolling.
right. I mean, I was too. I was sitting at their table, and
You shouldn't flip anything over.
no,
Come on! Y'all need to come get your son. He's no longer allowed here.
yeah, but I was like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. I mean, one more lap, and I thought Kyle was gonna be right on his bumper and move him out of the way.
No, it would have been, like I said, I would have been good either way.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the battle, Kyle and Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe was flawless, man.
yes.
Like he didn't screw up once. Because if he would have hit the wall, I mean, he touched it.
Yeah,
Like that's typical Darlington. That ain't even slowing you down kind of touch. He did. That's okay. But if he would have slapped the wall in the wrong spot one time, Kyle's gone.
yeah, because Kyle
was
on
there.
him. He's on him.
100%. Like it. I can't even express how much I enjoyed what Kyle and Chase Briscoe did.
Yeah, it was good.
Martin Truex Jr. on lap 2 sneezes, gets up into Ryan Blaney and takes both of them out.
Oh man,
I don't know if he sneezed, but
that's what we're going with.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Either that or his gray hair's got in his eye.
I mean, because we were wherever we were, we didn't have like any phone service at the time, or like very little, and it was 5 o'clock there, so the race was on because Eastern time, and so I'm like refreshing YouTube TV trying to watch the start of the race. By the time I get it on, they're under caution on lap 3. I'm like, well, what happened? I'm like, no way, Truex just did that on lap 2.
I mean, it's a long race.
And
The
you're gonna
Southern
do that-
500 is a long night.
And you're gonna do that on lap 2?
Crazy. Like I think, like I said, like we were saying, I think Truex is just like, whatever, I'm done.
Yeah,
I don't even care anymore. I'm out after this season. I'm going hunting. I'm going fishing. I'll see y'all in 2029.
yeah, I'm gone.
That's like him saying, I'm going to come back and run a few races. Maybe in the cars tour.
Yeah, I don't.
I can see that. He'd be like, hey, Dale, get me a car. Sunday. Bye-bye. Because, he's a man of few words.
Yeah.
Send him a text. Need car for Saturday.
Okay.
Dale will know what he means.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hunting partners and don't even talk. They don't
Yeah.
land together. But
Yeah.
no, Blaney was like, I don't know. I mean,
It's like,
he's got his long flowing hair. He's like, I didn't even break a sweat. Pantene Pro V worked for me.
oh man.
I mean, he didn't. Like,
I mean,
Blaney, like, I ain't even tired, man. I ain't even got to wash this fire suit.
he's like, we just started.
Hang it back. Just iron it and hang it back up. I can wear this again.
I mean, Blaney was so just like, it sucks.
He's probably at home when he watched the end of the race.
yeah. I mean,
He was in Colorado skiing. Who knows?
Blaney was so like nonchalant about it.
I think he didn't even have time to get invested into the race.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's over.
He's like,
Okay.
all right, guys, we were going to have a good day, maybe,
I don't know.
but did we start? I mean, it probably felt like Cody Ware.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened here? I don't know.
Yeah.
But even his interview is like, just, what happened?
yeah. It's
He's
like,
like, lap 2.
man,
They got any hot dogs?
I think I might go sit in the stands.
Yeah. Go sit with the fans. I mean, he should have. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Now, if Truex Jr. hates the next gen car, all you got to do is watch his driving. It proves that.
Yeah.
So, Tyler Reddick, stomach bug. Had to
Man.
give him some Tums mid-race. But he still went out and fought hard and won the regular season championship.
By 1 point.
That's insane.
I mean, 1 point.
I mean, like, at the end of that race, you had Chase Briscoe and Kyle Busch fighting for their first win of the season in a playoff.
Yeah.
Christopher Bell
I mean,
up there. You had Larson. You had Larson up there. You had Denny up there. Reddick finished 10th. I mean,
he finished
everybody
10th?
everybody in the top 10 was fighting
Yeah.
hard. And, like, Reddick just – I thought he did better in 10th, to be honest with you.
I thought he did too. He barely.
Larson, man. Kyle, if he could have just got by Bell
Yeah, I mean,
or stayed in front of Bell, he would have tied it at least.
yeah.
But he missed a race, so he probably would have lost it just due to that. No, I think it says a lot about Tyler Reddick.
Yeah.
He's sick, and he's able to fight through the diversity of that. He didn't look that sick when he got out of the car. I'm just glad he didn't puke in his helmet.
Yeah, I thought he did for a second. Like, listen to the radio.
They made it sound so much worse.
They did.
Because I'm thinking he's crapped his pants or threw up in his helmet one.
Yeah.
And then he gets out hugging everybody. I'm like, ooh, he got doo-doo on him.
Man.
But turns out just a sour stomach.
Yeah.
All good.
But, yeah, I mean, it was crazy because they made it sound bad. And I was, like, halfway through the race. I was at the starting stage, too, when you were.
Yeah, he was texting me. He's like, is Tyler okay?
Yeah.
Like, I done knew the race outcome at this point. I'm like, yeah, he's okay. I can't tell you how good he is, but he's okay.
Yeah.
How about Ty Gibbs getting mad mid-race?
Oh, my gosh.
He was mad at Bubba because Bubba took his line.
He's whining because Bubba's racing him.
Granddaddy, Bubba Wallace won't let me run the line I want to run. Will you make him get off the track?
Get him out, dude.
He's worse than Austin Dillon.
Oh, my God.
See, Austin Dillon doesn't acknowledge that he's got grandson privileges.
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs uses them every week. Look, Ty Gibbs will be the driver, too, to pitch a fit on the last lap and wreck 3 cars.
Oh, yeah.
Austin Dillon, watch this. Doop, doop, doop. I hit 4th. There was another one.
And he's back there in 15th.
But no, I mean, he's back there crying. You know, Bubba Wallace out here running for his job, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
he's just trying to make the playoffs. Although he did have 25 other weeks to do it too. But
yeah,
nevertheless,
right?
He's out there trying to make the playoffs. And Ty Gibbs running around like his granddaddy gave him a ride or something. And he just gets all mad because Bubba takes his line.
It's like,
it's racing, homie. Get over it.
What a meanie. He's took the optimal line for me.
Grandpappy, I'm so sad. It's okay, Tata. Granddaddy loves you. You're so great, buddy.
Thank you. I know.
Hang in there, Hammer. I feel like that's his nickname.
Hammer?
Yeah. Little Hammer.
Oh, man. He's like...
Mini Hammer.
He's the starter Hammer.
Tiny Ty.
Tiny Ty.
It's Tiny Ty.
Oh, man.
Tiny Ty and the Joe Gibbs adventures.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. I was like, what is he doing?
Let's just get over it, man. Like, every time I want to like Ty Gibbs, I just can't.
And then he starts whining.
There's nothing about him that makes me want to like him.
Yeah.
I want to, but I can't. I just can't. It's just like, no, this is wrong.
Yeah.
I can't like Tiny Ty. So Josh Berry goes 3 wide in turn 1, which you don't do.
Nope.
Is that on Josh or is that on Denny?
On Denny.
You put that on Denny?
No.
Denny, Josh goes in between Denny. Denny gets up into Josh.
That's what I mean. Like, why is even Denny a question?
Denny could have slowed down. Josh gave him the whole inside to slow down at.
No.
I mean, to me, that's 100% Josh Berry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Denny,
but when your teammate's running up front, maybe not cause cautions.
Right.
Because they usually don't work out.
Yeah.
Just so happened it worked out this week. So.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's Josh Berry just learning.
He is. I mean, he's run good, but he just hasn't finished great.
I think, I don't know. I don't really expect a whole lot out of him next year, unfortunately.
Man.
I would like to see him in a good car, but this might be it for him. You know, and
I think he's a good driver.
Oh, he's probably one of the best drivers on the track.
Yeah. I mean, he's
just given some time to acclimate to these cars and these tracks, then he'd be like everybody else. I mean, he didn't have 10 years in the Xfinity and Truck Series.
Right.
He's a grassroots hometown boy.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy we want out there.
I know. I mean,
Dale Jr. giving people chances. making dreams come true. Magic Dale.
Yeah, I hope he gets in a good ride eventually.
Yeah, I would like to see him in a good ride. I think Stewart. Unfortunately, this number 4 car is probably his best shot.
And I think he's done a good job with it.
I do too. I think he's done a great job. So, Chris Buescher, I asked you this question. Did he left hook Ty Gilliland?
Yeah, he's in the wall.
Ty Gilliland put him in the wall.
Yeah, and he's trying to
and
get
Chris
off the wall.
Buescher left hooks him and wrecks him. He's mad.
You compared it to Austin Dillon.
Esque.
It's not even close.
Austin Dillon left hook Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
How's that any different?
Because
I'm just saying, I want some consistency here.
Well, Todd Gilliland put...
Todd gave him as much room as he needed to hit the wall.
And he hit the wall.
Exactly.
So he got off the wall.
Then he turned left into Todd.
Well, maybe he shouldn't have put him in the wall.
But that ain't a reason to left hook somebody. If we're going to throw out penalties for left hooking, why is that not a penalty?
If he stays in that wall, he's losing speed.
You're in the wall. You deserve to lose speed.
Because he puts you there.
But that's just racing.
Look.
I'm just trying to create some diversity here on the show. But I think, I don't know. To me, it looked like Buescher did. I don't think Buescher had to hit him. I think Gilliland did not give Buescher any room. That made Buescher mad. Buescher's running for a playoff spot. Gilliland's running for 38th, whatever. And he ran him high. Yeah. Buescher hit the wall. Just like it wasn't like it was with Tyler Reddick earlier at Darlington last Darlington race where he just went up into him. I don't think he put him in the wall that hard. But he put him in the wall enough. Buescher now is mad. He's mad Gilliland's racing him this hard. He's mad. He comes off the wall. Gilliland still ain't giving him no room. Buescher moves him out of the way.
Yeah. And
I don't think he should be penalized for that.
No.
I mean, you play with a bull, you get the horns.
Right. I mean, not Buescher. Gilliland started it.
Yeah. That's all on Gilligan. I don't like his last name. Gilliland. Even when his daddy was racing, I'd always say Gilligan.
Gilliland.
I like Todd. I think he's a better driver than his daddy, but you can't be out getting into Buescher and then letting him left hook you like that.
Yeah.
You got to save it. You got to do better.
If you're gonna put someone in the wall, you better get out of his way.
Let's see.
You better do it good enough.
Corey LaJoie gets the top 10. We rag on him for not getting top 10, so I figure we should give him some love for getting a top 10.
Yeah.
Well, it's a driver's racetrack. I've said it, and I've heard drivers say it all weekend. Corey LaJoie went out there and proved he's a good driver.
Yeah.
A bad driver doesn't finish in the top 10 at Darlington.
Right.
You're not going to finish ninth by happenstance.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to earn it all day. Hocevar started second and wrecked twice. Thank God he didn't start fourth because we couldn't afford any more wrecks at the end. But, yeah, I think a lot of it with Corey, too, I don't think Corey's been, it's not – NASCAR's not fair.
No, it's not.
Most people get one opportunity and one shot. It just so happened Corey and the people they're matching him with, crew chiefs, he ain't getting the best.
Yeah, they're not mixing.
And Corey had an opportunity to leave Spire a few years back and was committed. He's like, this team's going to build around me. I'm going to stay here. Well, as soon as the team gets some money, Corey's out the door.
Yep.
So, that ain't on Corey. That's on the team. Corey showed loyalty. They didn't. But
poor Corey.
2 weeks in a row now, we've had a surprise winner.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's been complaining about the playoffs.
I'm not.
I got a solution.
What's your solution?
All right. Points don't matter no more. Throw them out. Points. You keep points for the owner's championship, whatever. You want to do that? Fine with me. I think it should be one and the same, but whatever. Points don't matter. You win and you're in. If 8 cars win, they're automatically in. But because I understand how TV money works and TV works, we need 16 guys in the playoffs. Points don't matter, right? So we're going to run 25 races. The final of the 25 is going to be Daytona. That's the last shot you got to lock yourself in before we go to Darlington for the last chance qualifier. Then we're going to have a last chance qualifier at Darlington. In the top, let's say you got 12 drivers locked in after Daytona.
Right.
You need 4 more, right?
Yep.
We go to Darlington. The top 4 drivers not locked in advance to the playoffs.
And that's your chance.
If it's 8 drivers locked in, the top 8 drivers. If it's 16 drivers locked in,
no one gets it.
Well, the leader, the guy who wins that race, depending on the tiebreaker, whatever laps led or what most stage wins, whatever you want to call it, a tiebreaker.
16th?
Yeah. Then if we got 17 winners and the 17th comes during the LCQ, then if his stats are better than the guy 16th, that would bump him up in and the other guy out. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it did, so be it. I think you're more likely going to have 2 or 3 open spots come Darlington.
Right.
But let's take points out. Points don't matter whatsoever for 25 races.
Stupid points racing.
Yeah, we hardly hear that anymore. You hardly hear, we had a good points day. But you do, but it's not like it used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is win and you're in. Win, win, win. You want to go put all your money into super speedway cars, you got 6 chances to win. 2 Talladegas, 2 Daytonas, 2 Atlantas.
Yeah.
You want to put all your money into road courses, you got 7 opportunities, 6 opportunities, whatever it is to win. If for some reason you want to put all your money into short tracks, you got a couple opportunities to win. Whatever. You can build your program. Not everybody is like
Larson and
Denny. Larson and Denny come off the truck every single week ready to win a race.
Yeah.
They are capable of winning whatever track, wherever they go. Matter of fact, Joe Gibbs, HMS 2311 for most part, they're capable of winning just about at any track they go to.
Yeah.
But not everybody. Spire, they're not. RFK, they're getting there, but they're not there yet. All those guys, they could put their money somewhere.
Right.
And you go out. It doesn't matter if you're in 38th or if you're in first in the points, because you know what? Points don't matter.
Right. You could win and you're in.
We wouldn't be talking about Briscoe coming from 18th or whatever in points to locking himself in.
Right.
We wouldn't be talking about Harrison Burton from coming from 37th in the points and locking himself in. None of that would matter. Rules are the same for everybody. Win and you're in.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. You win, you're in. And then, like I said, we could fill a 16-race field. Give us Darlington as that last chance qualifier.
I think Darlington's a great race for a last chance qualifier as well.
I love it. I know it's my idea, and that's why I like it.
It's like, man, I came up with a real good idea.
What do you think?
I like it because I don't like points racing.
And then you still get exactly what we have today, except Darlington. You can bank if you want to bank as a driver. Okay, look, we go to Darlington, we get a 2nd place, 3rd place, we're in. There's going to be 3 or 4 spots available. Okay, that's the gamble you want to take, because you could get to Darlington and there could be 6 open spots. Well, you could get to Darlington and there's
none.
Been 19 winners already.
Yeah.
In that last chance qualifier, it might be absolutely nothing.
Right.
So
I like it. I think it's good because I don't like points racing because I think it's kind of stupid. I want them to go out and win a race. I want everyone to go to the track and say, all right, we got to win today.
You got to. And I think by changing it up like this, at least like for old school fans like me, in a sense, it brings you back around to like sprint cars. It's kind of where I got the idea from. You got heat races. We're getting rid of the heat races. You got 25 opportunities to win.
Yeah.
Then you got a last chance qualifier before you get in the main event. You go out there at Darlington. I think Darlington, like you said, Darlington's perfect for a last chance qualifier. It's a driver. It's not Daytona.
No.
It's not luck of the draw. It's not the luck of the Irish, or it's not the luck of anybody.
It's you.
You go out there and earn it.
Yep.
You go out there and you do like Chase Briscoe did, and you drive your butt off and you earn it.
Yeah.
And the last chance qualifier, that Darlington would they don't have enough seats now. They'd have to add stands at Darlington. People be out there in the pond watching on TV. I mean, sneaking people in the trunk of the car. Darlington would be a hot ticket.
Could you imagine that? Like, you've got.
I'd want to go.
Could you imagine, like, you've got 15 people in the playoffs and you're going into Darlington and you've got, like, 3 guys that are running really good that need to get in and, like 5th place, They're 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah, and say 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th have already won a race, so they don't.
Right.
They're already locked in.
Yeah.
5th, 6th, 7th. That's a whole nother race. That adds you got a race for the win and a race to get in.
Yeah.
There's a lot you could build around that storyline. So, Mr. France,
you're welcome.
Mr. Kennedy, I think y'all need to take my idea. I will take royalties. I will take credit. This has been recorded and will be live. I know, like Richard says, you can't believe everything you hear on the radio. This you can. I said this first. So
I like it. I think it's a good idea.
So after this weekend, Kyle Larson has officially led 1,089 laps this season.
Man,
that is more laps than his whole team combined.
That's crazy.
I mean, William Byron has led 259 laps. Chase Elliott, 213 laps. Most popular driver, 213 laps. How many wins does Byron have? 2? 3?
I think he has 3.
Yeah, so you got Byron, 259. Woohoo. Alex Bowman, I'm telling you, he's probably about to get a 30-year deal with HMS. If I'm Rick, I'm signing Alex Bowman. Lifetime achievement. 14 laps led.
Wow.
I think Briscoe has led more than him.
Dang.
I'm sorry, Brandon. I can't help myself sometimes, but I don't think Bowman deserves to be at HMS.
14 laps is quite the resume.
I don't think Chase Elliott deserves to be there either.
Yeah.
Somebody posted online. They said, "Oh wow, Austin Cedric, Harrison Burton, and Chase Briscoe. No personality, boring drivers. This is the best playoff ever in NASCAR." And somebody responded with, "Well, I guess we can add Martin Truex and Chase Elliott to that list." I mean, they don't have a personality either.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's crazy. Kyle Larson is having one of the best seasons you could possibly ask for.
He is dominating. He has scored himself 253 stage points this season.
Insane.
253.
It's his championship to lose.
It is.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah, let me grab my
I got my bracket here. You got your bracket.
Yep.
So try to think of the best way to do this. Tell me who the 4 drivers you have out.
For the round of 12?
Yeah.
I got, you mean, okay. So I don't have Harrison going. I don't have Suarez, Cindric, and who else was it? Because that's only 3. Who's my other one?
You got Gibbs going?
I do have Gibbs going.
Truex?
I do have Truex going. It was Harrison.
Briscoe?
No, because I got him going to the next round.
Suarez? Cindric?
Suarez, Cindric, Truex. No, not Truex. Burton, I mean.
Suarez, Cindric, Burton.
Maybe. Oh, I think it's Bowman.
You got Bowman out first round?
Yeah.
All right, so I got Truex, Harrison, Cindric. Where's my third one?
Kind of a similar problem here.
So I got Larson going, Bell going, Reddick going, Byron going, Blaney going, Hamlin going, Elliott going, Keselowski going, Logano going, Cindric out, Suarez out. No, I got Suarez in.
Yeah.
Cindric out, Bowman in, Suarez in, Gibbs in. So I got Truex out, Burton out, Cindric out. Well,
Yeah.
I'm missing one. What is going on here?
Gibbs?
Briscoe.
Briscoe.
Yeah, Briscoe out too.
Oh, you got Briscoe out too?
Yeah, I don't have him going to 12.
I think he makes it to 12.
I just don't. I think you're going to have Larson, Bell, Reddick, Byron, Blaney, Hamlin, Elliott, Keselowski, Logano, Bowman, Gibbs, and Suarez in the top 12. Now going into the round of 8.
So the only difference I have is I've got Truex and Briscoe in.
Okay.
instead of Bowman and Suarez. So
Yeah, I just think Bowman and Suarez runs really good at Atlanta and Watkins Glen. Bowman runs good there too. So Bowman and Briscoe was hard for me. And then at the
either way, they're not going all the way.
no, they're not going past the next round.
Yeah.
So I have Keselowski, Bowman, Gibbs, and Suarez out at the round of 12. They're not advancing to 8.
Briscoe, Truex, Gibbs. I put Blaney out. I don't know why.
You got Blaney out?
Yeah. It was really hard. I mean, you've got Larson, Bell, Reddick. So I've got Larson, Bell, Reddick, Denny, Chase, Byron, Brad, and Logano. Because I think, and here's my reasoning, it was between Brad and Blaney, because I think Logano's going to make it. It was between Brad and Blaney, and I think Brad's going to win Talladega.
I mean, I got Joey winning Talladega over Brad. That's what puts him in. Blaney got him winning the Roval. And then I think actually Kansas is going to be won by Denny.
You think Denny's going to win Kansas this time around?
I think he can. Him or Reddick won. So my 8 are Larson, Bell, Reddick, Byron, Hamlin, Blaney, Elliott, Logano. So who are your final 4, John?
My final 4, and I think I like your final 4 better. But mine, I was going off the the headlines.
Your heart.
Yeah. No. So I've got Larson, Elliott, Reddick, and Hamlin. Because best driver, most popular driver, the guy who chokes championships, and then his car, Reddick.
So I got Larson, Reddick, Bell, and Hamlin.
Yeah.
Honestly, I struggled with Hamlin.
Yeah.
I struggled between Hamlin and Blaney. I mean, you don't even have Blaney in the top 8.
No.
I've got it. I struggled not putting him in the round of 4. So who's your champion?
Mine's Reddick.
I got Kyle Larson. I think it's his season to lose.
Safe option.
Yeah, it's safe, but it's smart.
It's no fun.
Well, I mean,
look, I got Blaney going out in the round of 12.
Reddit would be a more exciting victory.
Exactly.
But I still think Blaney. I mean, Larson. It's his to lose.
It is.
So Reddick has to go out and earn it.
Yeah. That's why I'm betting against Larson.
Not a bad pick. Well, we'll see here in a few weeks. So This weekend we got Atlanta. The race is Sunday at 3:00. Should be a good race. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So what anything? Excited. We miss anything?
Not that I can think of.
You think Busch is going to do it this weekend?
I do. I think Busch is going to win.
Well, find me on Twitter. Let me know who you think is going to win. I think Busch is going to win as well. But it wouldn't shock me to, like I told John earlier, I said it wouldn't shock me to see Logano go out and win Atlanta and Talladega.
Yeah.
Put himself in the round of 8.
No, I don't want that.
I don't either, but it wouldn't shock me. That's all I'm saying. So.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, that's all we got this week. Thanks to everybody who listens, watches, shares the show on social media. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you go fill out your brackets for the Cup Series. Brackets are live. Designs by Sydney. She's got you covered there. Find me, find her on social media. We've got links posted everywhere so you can fill out your bracket. But do not forget, get your cousins, get your uncles, get your sisters, get your buddies, go to the bar, meet some people, go to the salon, meet some people, go to the barbershop, meet some people, go to Walmart, grab 5 or 6 people, pull them in for a big hug. Y'all all go fill out a bracket. Whatever you got to do, get the word out there. But make sure you follow us on X. We are at Car Backwards. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out all our videos. Check us out on Spotify. Make sure you follow and rate us there. Subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a review like Brandon did. When you leave us a review like Brandon left, other people are able to find the show. I don't know how it works, but it works. So leave us a review. Give us a like and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube Music as well. If you feel the need, you're more than welcome to send me an email. It's racecarbackwardspod@gmail.com. I'll read it, respond, or read it on the show, whatever you feel. And like I said before, make sure to check out Designs by Sydney for all your graphic designs needs. Other than that, we will catch y'all after Atlanta. Bye, everybody.